You've heard a lot about Utah Departments of Transportation, UDOT, found on YouTube, but have you heard about Alaska Department of Transportation, ADOT? It's about time that you did because a lot of places in Alaska really do need it. Mostly in Anchorage because there are so many kinds of construction projects that must get done. UDOT used to talk about construction updates all the time, but they haven't had a lot of that going on since the start of 2020. Alaska Department of Transportation needs to do these kinds of updates and types of proposed construction projects because there's a demand for them. Anchorage is in the most of it because of certain plans that have been delayed too much. Here are some that you'll need to get done as follows. In this first picture, there's a plan for a causeway to go to Kenai from the Bayshore neighborhood. There's too much in the way of having to go all the way around the Turnagain Arm to get there. It's hard on the drivers for that to be the only way to get there from Anchorage. This is what the causeway would look like from Bayshore to Kenai. It would go from 100th Avenue, where it currently is, all the way across the Turnagain Arm to Kenai, just like this. In this second picture, there's a plan for another causeway to go to Fire Island from the Diamond neighborhood in southwest Anchorage. Fire Island seems to have some vehicles and neighborhoods there since the FAA has deemed that place a public and safe place for living in. But getting there means building a causeway from the Diamond neighborhood and from Point Warrenzoff. It would look like the kind of place for tourist attractions and activity. In fact, Kenai is also going to have a causeway to Fire Island just like this. This is an overview of what the future of Anchorage, Alaska will look like. You can see all of the road connections through bridges. Kenai and Soldotna seem to have some partnership with Anchorage with some more than just the television reception they provide. Since Anchorage and Kenai and Soldotna and Fire Island are practically together somewhat near only with the inlet cutting them off, we can use a causeway bridge to link all three of them together. Believe it or deny it, Tyonek is a part of this area too. This bridge is going to be a floating bridge to open to let marine vehicles with freight in them and cruise ships to pass through. Why is because the port of Anchorage, which is just downstairs from Elmendorf Air Force Base in North Anchorage. If at all possible, the subdivision book for Anchorage will cover Kenai and Tyonek and Eagle River and Chugiak all in one because they're all in the same county. Just wait and see. This is an overview of Knik Arm. It doesn't show a whole lot of water in it anymore like it used to. In this 2020 overview, all you see from here are mud flats. This means that the floor of it has been growing upward. It looks a lot like the Knik River from Knik Glacier all the way to the rest of Cook Inlet. Knik Glacier used to be right there by the port of Anchorage and has receded up as far as nearby Palmer over the years. But now it looks as though Knik Arm is now just a river from Knik Glacier all the way down to Cook Inlet. It's not the same as it used to be. Right here you see Point McKenzie. This road that's found on the northwest side of Knik Arm is the one that leads to the port of McKenzie. That's just across Knik Arm from the port of Anchorage and Government Hill and Elmendorf Air Force Base. But just wait until that road connects with Point McKenzie. That'll make it easier to get between the neighborhoods northwest of Anchorage and the main part of Anchorage. Here's the part of Point McKenzie where the other floating bridge is. It goes from Point Warrenzoff, where Anchorage International Airport is, to Point McKenzie. That would connect West Anchorage along with Government Hill to Point McKenzie. This bridge would be floating too so that large marine vehicles could go right by it. It would make a triangular connection too so that large marine vehicles could go right by it. It would make a triangular connection with Tyonek and Kenai and Anchorage all at the same time. Just think about what it would be like if there was a road to Tyonek and how it would go further southwest all the way to Attu and then across the Bering Sea to Russia and Japan. Even though it would cost millions of dollars to build, you would be well connected with those countries like we've been wanting to for the past number of years. Here, if you look at Eklutna, you can see how it might work out if it can go further west than it is right now. It's something that could work out if the ground is firm enough to be able to hold roads and buildings on it. It seems to be getting more and more possible every year since those parts of the Kinnick Arm have been losing its wetlands, but it'll remain mudflats for many years to come as far as we can see. The only thing that seems to inhibit getting these projects done, as recently studied, is the fact that Alaska is a very big state and region, and there's a lot of places that need their stuff updated too. All of that divided attention makes it take very long to get each construction project done fast enough. It's true that Anchorage, Alaska is behind in its needs, but some of the other major cities in Alaska have the same problem. We can't turn all of the other ones' needs just to accommodate Anchorage, you know.